When we begin to change our lives, we often notice that we need guidance. We should not feel bad about needing guidance because we always used to accept it when we were little. As we become older, help and asking for help becomes something that we avoid. For some reason, everyone just has to do everything on their own, and it's almost shameful to ask for help whenever it's needed. However, it is quite foolish to believe that we can do everything on our own. If you are a faithful person, a believer, or a religious individual that believes in the Bible, you already know how important it is to seek guidance from the Lord. Today we discuss the meaning of the number 1111 and why this is an important biblical number. Your guardian angels have been watching over you since you have been created in the image of the Lord Himself. But you are allowed to be flawed. They have been watching over you and sending you signs. And the meaning of the number 1111 should give you more insight into what your next steps in life should be. Keep in mind that finding your balance is the most important thing that you can do for yourself, especially if you are often confused about your next steps. If you want to live your life aligned with your personal values and make sure that your faith leads you the right way, keep watching and find out what is that angel number 1111 wants you to know, as well as what is the biblical meaning of 1111. 1111 angel number general meaning. Since the meaning of the angel number 1111 heavily resonates with digit 1, we have to talk first about this particular digit. The number 1 also has a lot of biblical meanings and it represents many good things that you might not even be aware of. Since the digit 1 is a prime number that is only divisible by itself, it represents unity. Unity and connection are very important in the Bible, and it is best shown through the connection between God and Jesus. It is proven through the sacrifice that has been made by Jesus Himself, and it proves that forgiveness is endless. This unity has ensured that everything we do remains salvageable. We have the chance to confess what we have done and repair our relationship with our faith. Another unity that we very much enjoy is the unity of the two parts of the Bible, the two testaments. They are not separate but intertwined as there are quotes from the Old Testament in the New Testament. Many argue that it would be very tough to understand one part without the other, as we need to learn how to understand the word of the Lord. Naturally, number 1 also represents a beginning. Since this number is such a small number and it's only the beginning of the decimal system that we know of, we can learn quite a lot about guidance, baptism, and hope from its meaning. We need to understand that we have joined the community of Christians for a reason, and that although we may not feel like we have a great mission to fulfill, it's still very important to act as if we are the representatives of our religion. Spiritual meaning. The 1111 angel number is a number with good intentions. Whenever we talk about the biblical meaning of a certain number, it's very important that we are aware that God does not create obstacles so we could suffer. All of these spiritual challenges that we go through are actually important for our development and they will protect us in the future. Instead of thinking, why me? We have to think, what am I supposed to learn? It's not easy to change your mindset to look at life obstacles in a less demanding way, but we have to learn to be grateful for what we have been given to begin with. The spiritual meaning of this number suggests that we are all unique and that we are fighters. The story of spiritual uniqueness and growth comes from 1 Chronicles 11:11, where we learn about King David's mighty men. King David gathered a group of 37 fighters who were known to be elite warriors, and their acts of bravery earned them many beautiful nicknames. Because of this, it is very evident that this number is all about fighting through what you're going through. It is about understanding that everything we are in touch with can be a good learning experience. We need to understand that religion does not mean that we have to live our lives obeying thousands of rules. Religion means that we should want to obey all of the moral lessons and guiding lessons that we have learned through the Bible and Jesus himself. 1111 angel number and love. Love is one of the most important emotions that we get to experience. It is true love and acts of love that we get to prove how faithful we are to the Lord. Jesus always did everything because he loved the people that he did it for. He loved his Father, he loved his apostles, and he loved his faithful believers. Love is one of the greatest motivators you can have, although many people think that negative emotions drive us better. We need to understand that through positive emotions, connection, and understanding of other people, we get to portray a better picture of ourselves. We get to understand both ourselves and those around us, for we are truly made to love. If you are afraid to love because you are afraid to let anyone near your vulnerability, you need to understand that God would never let you hurt if it wasn't for something great. We all have to make sacrifices sometimes, and this is something that we have learned through the life and the acts of Jesus himself. However, life brings us challenges, and this is pretty natural and normal. Understanding that these challenges are easily solvable and we are capable of creating the lives that we truly deserve is what matters to us. Open yourself to other people and let them dive deep into your soul. Show them all the fantastic qualities you have and preach to them about the word written in the Bible. By sharing our thoughts and creating insightful and authentic connections, we get the chance to live the lives that we have once thought weren't possible for us. We are made to be loved, and we are perfect the way we are. After all, if the Lord has loved us and known us since before we were created, and we were created in His image, how could we be imperfect? How could we lack self-love? How could we think that we are faulty and broken, and how could we give up on ourselves? Try to work on becoming aware of the connection that you have with your Creator, and love will become more intuitive to you. That was today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed it and that you learned something interesting about this angel number. To learn even more, please visit this website and find a number that has been following you around constantly. Also, comment down below which subject you would like to talk us about next, and also please show us support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.